Hello, all fluent English students. Welcome to another class. I'm here with Eric again today, and we're going to talk about third conditional. How are you doing today, Eric?
I am very well, thank you. How are you, Ian?
I'm good. Okay. So we're going to talk about third conditional. Okay. So we usually talk about third conditional when we talk about past conditions, right? What else? Things that have already passed.
Oh, yes. And also a situation that could have been different, which means like a hypothetical situation situated in the past.
Hypothetical situation in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetical situation
Mm-hmm.
in the past.
Or as I like to call them, things that could have been.
Things, very good,
Mm-hmm.
that
Could have been.
could have been. Okay? Things that could have been.
So let's see some examples. For example, I have a friend of mine. This is actually a true story. He was really sick. He had hepatitis. He contracted a type of hepatitis that you can get from saliva. So that's a very dangerous
Uh
thing
huh.
because it's very easy to get, right? So he had to take his medication very correctly. In fact, if he hadn't been taking his medication correctly, right, he probably wouldn't have gotten better.
So if you hadn't taken,
hmm His medication, he wouldn't have gotten better because he had a very serious condition, right?
correctly,
hmm
if you hadn't taken the medication correctly,
He wouldn't have gotten better.
he wouldn't,
That's you can actually use the comma there, okay?
he wouldn't have gotten
Yes, he wouldn't have gotten better. hmm But he did get better. He did. He got better
all
because
right.
he took his medications correctly. He had taken his medication correctly. That's why
He got better.
he got better.
That's why he's
Exactly.
better now. So
Exactly.
it's things that could have been
hmm
situation in the past. So
So
that's true.
yeah, that's true. Like if he hadn't done this, it would have been different, right? So things that could have been, things that would have been too, could or would have been,
Okay.
right?
So we can also say if he wouldn't have taken his medication, he wouldn't get better. Can you say that or no?
Yeah, I guess so. But let's stick to the grammar that is the one that we can deal with more easily, which we have another example of. The same friend, by the way, the same friend, he didn't pass an exam that he took recently. And I believe, because he's very intelligent, so I believe that if he had studied more, he would have passed his exam.
Okay, so if
He might have passed. That is even better.
he had studied more,
If he had studied more, he might have passed. I told him that. I said, hey man, if you had studied more, you might have passed, huh? And he said, yes, but I had been sick before I took the exam, so I couldn't, study.
okay, so
Yeah.
if he had studied more, he might have
Yes,
passed.
it's very
It's
possible.
a possible.
hmm
It's a possibility in the
It's a
past. Can you
very
say that?
strong possibility.
So can we say that it's also
It's a possibility, a past possibility.
one, two, three. So it's a strong possibility. Possibility in the past.
hmm Very good.
All right.
All right.
Strong possibility in the past.
Right. So, if you had known that it was going to rain, would you have gone outside?
Very good. If you had
hmm
known it was going to rain.
Would you have gone outside at that time? Would you have gone out at that time?
Would you have gone out? It's a good example.
In this situation, we can assume, we can imagine that the person actually got caught in the rain.
Exactly. So you're walking to work, and then it rained. Started raining.
But we deal with this more than we would like to here in the city.
Okay.
So very well. So if you had known it was going to rain, would you have gone out? Well, yes, I would have gone out anyway because I needed to work, right?
Yes, I would, or no, I wouldn't.
Yes.
Okay, very good. And another way you can use third conditional is using might have and could have.
Yes, we have used the might have already.
Okay. So
there.
might and could, which is also a possibility
Yes.
in the past. So let's just give just one example using could. So,
if I had saved more money,
I could have traveled.
yes, or I could have bought an apartment this year or last year, right? Last year is better. So if I had saved enough money, right?
Enough. This is an F sound. Okay,
Yeah,
if I say enough money.
Exactly. I could have bought an apartment, right?
Could have
Bought an apartment last year.
Very good. Last year.
So you can imagine, you can assume that I didn't buy an apartment last year.
Exactly. So if I had,
But it could have been, right?
it could have been. It's a possibility.
Yeah, it
So
could have been. It could have been different.
if I had saved enough money, I could have bought an apartment last year. All right. So these are the few ways you can use a third conditional. All right, guys. So if you guys can go ahead and practice on Everyday English 3, Module 9, Situation 2 on our material. And Eric, do you have anything else to say?
Well, I believe we have covered the most important topics about this. I would like to thank everyone for the attention, and I'll urge them to study and to get in contact with us if they have anything that they would like to say. And also, if they, we would love to hear, as always, we would love to hear your sentences. We would love to read your sentences, the way that you built, that you constructed your sentences using this this grammar point. So you could go ahead and write a few sentences if you want, and send them to us in the comment section. We would love to hear them, to read
All
them
right.
too.
Well, thanks for your help, Eric.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys around.